By Luthuli House movement. Now, tempers were running high in the build-up to the march as the ANC structures vowed to protect the organization at all cost. At the last minute, though, the organizers of the march decided to ask their followers to stay away in an attempt to avoid bloodshed. Now, for the latest on the story, we are joined on by our SABC News reporter, Aldrin Sampear, who has been following the story since this morning. Aldrin, a very good morning to you. And can you tell us what is the latest there at Luthuli House?
Well, Elvis, what I can tell you at the moment is that this demonstration has now turned into a hashtag defend Luthuli House instead of what we came for, which was hashtag occupy Luthuli House. We're still waiting for the organizers of this event who said that they will be handing over memorandum of demand to the leadership of the ANC. And right now I'm joined by the ANC Youth League President, Colin Mine, who said that you will be defending the Luthuli House this morning. And we see that there are some members of the party that have arrived as far from the Free State as well, saying that they will be defending Luthuli House this morning.
Yeah, of course, the ANC is a very big organization. We've got footprints all over the country. As you have said, members of the ANC are here for peace, but also to defend their own building and its leadership. Every Monday, the officials of the ANC are meeting. So the members are saying that they want to make sure that that meeting proceeds without being disturbed by these people who wanted to occupy Luthuli House. We can't allow anybody to occupy Luthuli House, whether you are a member of the ANC or not, because members of the ANC knows where to go when they want to talk to raise issues that affect their own organization. So you don't grandstand, invite media, march to Luthuli House. That cannot happen. So every member of the ANC who's got an issue to raise, our appeal is that they must go to their branches, their regions, and raise those issues. And members of the ANC are also welcome to come to Luthuli House, but not in a form of a march, because Luthuli House belongs to all of us as members of the ANC, as long as we do it within the correct systems of the organization.
Did you guys at all threaten the organizers of Occupy Luthuli House?
I think they have threatened themselves. We have not threatened anybody. They are not here because they are a threat to themselves. We would not allow people to be used by monopoly capital and call themselves members of the ANC. We know that they are funded by people who want regime change, who are very impatient to the ANC government. And some of them, we can't account for them. It's quite unfortunate that some are members of the ANC, but because they've been given money by big conglomerates, they behave within this manner.
Can you name those conglomerates? Can you name those funders? Who are they?
Johan Rupert is one of them, and his associates. They are very impatient with the government of the African National Congress. So we are saying to them, wait for elections. If you want to vote the ANC out, mobilize people of South Africa to vote it out 2019, not now.
So as it stands for the ANC Youth League, President Jacob Zuma remains the president of the ANC and of the country, and will do so up until 2017, up until 2019 as the president of the country?
As a matter of fact, because we are a constitutional democracy, the term of the president of the country will end in 2019. So the president of the ANC of the country in 2019 will still be President Zuma. The president of the ANC until the next Congress of the ANC will still be President Zuma. The ANC cannot only be ANC when it is led by Matthew Poza, Kgalema Motlanthe and the others. They must accept outcomes of Congress that members of the ANC has not voted them.
Do you think that
Motlanthe says that he walked away? He did not walk away. He was rejected by members of the ANC in a Congress. So he must just accept, because this is part of the agenda to destabilize the movement.
Just quickly, will you be taking any action against ANC Youth League members who are part of organized Occupy Luthuli House?
Yes, any member of the ANC Youth League who is part of this thing, the leadership of the ANC Youth League will definitely have to act. You don't behave like this. If people are pop stars, not in the ANC Youth League, it's not an organization of pop stars.
Okay, then perfect. Thank you so much. That is the president of the ANC Youth League, Colin Mine, and right now I'm joined by the chairperson of the Mkhonto Wesizwe Military Veterans Association. Babu Kebi Mapatsa, good morning. It's been an early morning for the MK vets. They came out in their numbers saying that they will be defending Lutulia House, but it must be a sad moment for the ANC to see something like this.
Yes, look, it is very sad to see something like this. But this thing, it tells us that there are people who are part of the regime change that wants to remove the ANC through other means, not democratic processes. So they are using these people to say they must occupy the Lutulia House and disrupt the proper functioning of the African National Congress.
How did it get to that level, though, where you have ANC members and supporters who you now accuse of being used by other people who are pushing for regime change? How did the ANC arrive at that point?
You see, other people, when they are defeated in the conferences of the ANC, they don't accept the outcomes. They go out and mobilize to come up with allegations that are not founded. This is the type of the people that we see that have organized this march.
And a fact is, though, that those people will be amongst those who will be at the elective conference of the ANC come 2017, or even if there is a push for an early elective conference. What should the first step for the ANC be, even before changing its leadership?
We don't know whether those people are in good standing in their branches first, and we cannot attest that there will be delegates at the conference. So before we go to conference of the ANC, you know there's a policy conference that will be having next year. We discuss policies, and then after policies we go to the conference and adopt those policies.
The ANC in Gauteng is saying they're also supporting the SACP's call for a consultative conference. Is that something that the MK will throw its weight behind as well, instead of an elective conference?
Look, the conditions of 1969 Morogoro Conference and 2016 are different. So we don't support anything like a consultative conference. It's a waste of time and waste of resources and waste of energy. Let them wait for the policy conference next year in June and come and raise their issues. If they've got issues, we will discuss them at the policy conference of the ANC.
The next step for the ANC?
Look, the ANC is busy going around the provinces, explaining the outcome of the elections, how we performed, and explaining to our people that we did not win some of the municipalities. It's a wake-up call. We must all rally behind the leadership of the African National Congress, go and speak to our people. Where we were wrong, let us apologize and humble ourselves. That's the message the ANC is sending around.
Just finally, do you think that the current leadership of the ANC is the type of leadership that will be able to defend or fight for the ANC come the next battle, the 2019 battle ahead of the elections?
Look, this leadership of the ANC has done well and continues to do well under the leadership of President Jacob Zuma. But we are aware that there are people who want to make as if this leadership of the ANC is not performing well. It's performing well, this leadership of the ANC. It will perform well. Come 2019 elections, we would have addressed some of our shortcomings that we had in the local government elections.
Thank you so much. That is the chairperson of Mkhonto Wesizwe Military Veterans Association, really articulating the issues raised by the people here who are saying hashtag Occupy Lutulia House, saying that they will be defending Lutulia House this morning as well. Very important indeed for the ANC to make sure that it unites ahead of the conference that will be taking place in 2017, or even if there will be any success, even if there will be successful in having an early elective conference. We've heard that there is a push from the ANC Youth League for that early elective conference. I expect you guys in studio.
That's our reporter Eldrin Sampia live from the hashtag Occupy Lutulia House, which is now turned into hashtag Defend Lutulia House.